Just a singular baked potato?
Potato bake.
Potato bake. That makes more sense.
And some chinkum.
Some what?
Chicken.
Chimkin.
Chimpkin.
A chipmunk.
Yes. Not to be confused with chipmunk.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Hello and welcome back to the Pub Test Podcast. I'm your host Fletcher, and I got these two idiots over here talking about chicken from Bolton Street,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
and it somehow turned into Alvin and the Chipmunks because you're a mother.
The potato bake slaps there, just quietly. So,
Any potato bag slaps, I'd say.
Yeah.
Their pesto's also good.
Okay. From there.
Some pine
Pesto
nuts.
from there.
They got pesto.
Yeah, but you ordered pesto from there.
Mum gets it sometimes as a side.
What? Just pesto. Just like a
It's
tub
just
pesto.
Yeah, it's just a tub of pesto pasta. Not pesto sauce, pesto
It's not
pasta.
the only-
Oh, okay. That makes so much sense. You say, what the hell are you
I'm
putting
not
on pesto?
dipping my chicken in pesto.
Yeah, that's what I was confused about.
Oh, no.
That's what I assumed what you were
pesto
talking
pasta.
From a chicken shop.
Yeah, they have salads and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Like you get your potato bag.
It's not the first thing I go for. If I'm going to a chicken shop, I'm not going unhealthy. Just die on cardiac arrest from all the salt.
Yeah, well, I'd argue rather than just going for like chicken and chips, I get their wraps or burgers.
I'll be the same. I don't. We have way too often. My brother's very fussy, so whenever we're like lazy, let's get chicken and chips. So we have Bolton Street chicken a lot. So
Are you fussy?
Once a week.
Outside of my gluten intolerance, I'm not fussy.
Yes, okay.
Like I'll eat anything put in front of me if it doesn't have gluten in it. If it doesn't have gluten in it. But no, I'm like the only thing I don't like is corn. It's the only thing I don't like.
What do you miss the most that you can't eat? What do you miss
Surely
the
it's bread.
most?
Surely it's
No,
bread.
I'm not a big bread guy. I'm not a big bread guy.
But just be able to not eat cardboard when you have a sandwich.
I missed Tim Tams before they released gluten-free Tim Tams. That was up there.
We should. Sorry, this is just a side thought. We should do a thing where we eat gluten-free food.
No.
Yeah, we should.
I just want to eat gluten-free bread and see what it tastes like.
It tastes so
Like
bad.
gluten-free Tim Tams. I'd love to try them.
Apparently they're very similar. So I'll have to bring some next week to the podcast.
Yeah, a little nibble.
Everyone bring an item, a gluten-free item.
ASMR, maybe. But no, Tim Tam was up there before I and also having Macca's while having the bun. I have to get Macca's. I get a double cheeseburger, no bun. I get a hash brown instead,
the hashies,
which is diabetes. But it's very good, but it's not healthy. That's what Macca's is in general. But yeah.
You were the customer that I liked the least when I worked there
because I ruined the chain.
It's very messy as well. Very messy.
Yeah.
Because that was in the days of, I don't know if you've ever done this, but where people would get a lettuce leaf as the bun. Rather than
I want to be able to still do that, but I think that I asked for it once and I got shredded lettuce.
What?
Yeah. I asked for lettuce and they gave me shredded lettuce.
Just sprinkled lettuce on the top.
like I was supposed to pick that up. Yeah. So that kind of killed the idea of a lettuce leaf.
I can just see them in the back going, "Oh, you want lettuce, do you? I'll give you lettuce."
That's a lettuce, buddy.
That is.
So I haven't
shithousery at its
asked. I haven't
finest.
asked since.
Haven't asked. Just scared to get shredded.
Yeah. And I kind of assume they don't do it anymore. So
Yeah, I don't even know because that was in the days of Gourmet or Create Your Taste.
Yeah.
Where we had really nice lettuce leaves, which I don't think they do that anymore.
That was a good idea. Made me feel like I was eating something healthy.
Lettuce.
And now it's just 2 hash browns.
But now, I'll just do one because 2 is expensive. But so I just have one. So
Isn't $1 hash brown?
No, it's $2.80 now.
$2.85
For potato.
for a hash brown.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Potato.
It's potato.
Deep fried potato.
You could probably get a bag of McCain hash browns for $4.
Yeah.
At the supermarket.
Yeah.
What a robbery.
And that would be like 15 hashies.
Yep.
And you get 1 hash brown.
20.
A bacon and egg
$2.08.
muffin is probably $5.
Yeah. $5.50.
They're small.
They are small.
They
to
are
be
small.
fair. You
And
can polish
especially
them off.
looking at me who doesn't get the muffin part. So I get sausage and egg for $5.50. Sausage and egg and cheese for $5.50.
The most expensive bit by a mile. You don't get it.
Yep.
And you still pay the same.
The thing that's meant to make me the fullest is the bread. The most expensive is the bread, and I'm paying the same amount.
You should get some sort of like tax return
Honestly
for all
should.
from Macca's
I know.
directly.
Just take $1 or $2 off it. $1's still not enough, but I'm a anything better than nothing. Take $1 or $2 off. Maybe pay like $3.50 for it. $4.
Yeah, that's fair.
But they will never do that because
It's pretty bad to pay $5 for that burger because you can go down like the street and pay like $10, $9, $8, and you get a proper big burger.
big boy.
Like we were at the pub last night, and it was like $20, but they get chips and salad there. So if you say that it's like 1/3 or a little bit more, it's like $8. You say it's like $8 for a burger. If you take off the chips and salad, and you get this massive burger that you barely finish. You go to the freaking Macca's and you get this scrawny little thing that you almost have 2 of them. So
Yeah, I didn't realise until only probably a couple of months ago. Obviously, Macca's has it's fast food, so it's meant to be value. I'd argue that their brekkie is not value.
Yeah,
like
totally.
a bacon egg muffin meal is $11. I'd say with like a coffee, bacon egg muffin, and a hash brown. $11.
That's ridiculous.
Considering if you went to a proper cafe and
Yeah.
did the same, probably worth the same amount, but it's a lot nicer.
Well,
good, better coffee.
You two go to a cafe every Saturday morning, so tell me what it costs, Tommy.
No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
$45 breakfast.
We're not talking about that.
Tommy's
But
breakfast is free. these
I got it
days.
free on
I
Saturday.
heard.
My
Very
lovely
lucky.
girlfriend paid for my. She rang up.
Do you have a
during-
girlfriend?
Yes, yeah. I haven't mentioned it yet. But no, she rang up during the week, or she Instagram DM'd them and said, "I want to pay for
Jeez,
Tom's
got a
thing."
keeper.
And Tom from the Cricket Boys. They know us as Tom from the Cricket Boys. And they said, "Oh, we know what he gets, but just to be safe, once he orders on Friday, we'll ring you." So she rang me. I was literally with her, and I was dropping her off back to work. And she got a phone call from them, saying you can pay for it now.
Coincidentally, Tom got extra sausages on his meal that morning, so
Convenient.
convenient.
Does she know
Maybe
that?
no, she don't. No, I said it was exact $36 like normal. Yes, don't laugh.
That is a lie. I'm spreading rumours.
But yes,
It was a very nice act of kindness.
It was, and she told them to keep on the down low. The lady that did not keep on the down low in front of everyone said that she paid for it. So she told them to not make a big deal out of it, but they definitely did.
There was rapturous applause
Yeah,
in the
boys,
cafe.
the boys got around me a bit, but
I could imagine.
So no, that was very, very nice. But,
Now, no cricket because it's Saturday.
Nope.
Raining.
Nope.
And again, it's going to rain on this Saturday, so no cricket again.
yes, unfortunately.
Nah, I'm joking. It might not rain for you. So we've got nothing else to talk about except for you meeting a drag queen on Saturday night. That was good.
Yeah, 6'6", voice of a rubbish bin.
What's a rubbish bin?
And sung every half an hour.
Yep, for 5 minutes.
Oof.
So
Jeez.
loud.
Surely everyone left, went to have a smoke, and then came back in.
Funnily enough, people actually got into it, but I just couldn't cop it. I couldn't cop it.
Once or twice is funny. Every half an
Yeah.
hour, that's a different grade.
And was singing genuine like Whitney Houston ballads. Like, okay, you're very confident, and I respect it, but gee whiz, put it away. But Dan got a photo with them,
See that?
which was good. Like Dan's not small, and they were towering over him. He's not small, but he's not tiny. What's Dan? 5'10"?
He'd be me, same height as me. I'm 5'9", 175.
5'9" you are.
I'm 5'7", 175.
What in centimetres you are?
175.
Okay. Let's put your tape measure and see if we expose him here.
True.
You said it.
Yeah, what's
175.
What's your hinge measurement?
Huh?
What were you on your hinge?
175. I think I'm close to 174.
What's
When I
your
say
hinge
that.
measurement?
6'1", which is a lie.
What do you?
I'm 6 foot.
You have to lie a little bit.
There's something about just that extra inch.
Yeah, you have to lie a little bit.
If you know what I mean.
Something about this.
But no, I'm 175 centimeters.
Okay, we'll make sure of that.
Yeah.
It's
So you're
close to 174.
you're 14 centimetres shorter than Fletcher.
What am I?
You're only 188? Did you say that
I
the
don't know.
other
what I
week?
am. I generally don't know what I
Because
am.
you called me out on it. I think I said you were like 6 foot and you said no. I'm 188.
That's like 6'1", isn't it?
6'2". Let's round up.
I know Will's.
I think 6 foot's 183 or 184.
186.
Really?
I'm pretty sure 6 foot's 186. We could look this up, but
Yeah.
don't really know. I think I was like 190 last time I measured myself.
Are you taller than Will?
Yeah,
Because
surely.
Will's 6. Isn't Will like 6'3"?
No.
6'2"?
Don't be silly.
What did we
He's not 6'3".
we talked to him a couple weeks ago. What was he?
I don't know.
194 is like 6'4".
Oh, well,
He wouldn't
He's
be
tall, but he's not 6'3" tall.
I think
That's very
he
tall.
must be like 6'2" or something.
Yeah.
midget. Cars are bigger than his high.
Let's
Um,
go.
Tommy's got a list for us provided by Matt Kelsey, a friend of the podcast. Doesn't really listen, but he's Muppet.
Yes.
So just talk shit about him if you want, because he doesn't listen anyway. What's the list about, Tommy?
So basically, at my birthday dinner, it was my birthday, by the way, I hadn't mentioned it. We
didn't get him presents.
No.
If anyone was worried about that, we didn't get him presents.
But basically, I heard there was a discussion that Matt Kelsey started about the AFL mascots and who would win in a fight. So basically, I've been asked to rank from 1 to 18 the AFL mascots based on how they're likelihood of winning a fight, like how scary and strong they are.
No, what you think? Who 1-on-1? Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
Who would win?
Cage match.
Cage match. Yes.
Power
3 at a
rankings.
time. Me and Riley are just gonna rate them and kind of say, yeah, you're wrong or you're right, basically, because we know what's going on.
Yep.
And shoot us.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. So this is good fun. This morning it was good fun. So I'm going to go for 18 to 1. Obviously, more fun. 18 to 16. A docker or an anchor, a saint, and a cat.
So Dockers are the last.
By a long way. What the hell's an anchor going to do?
Yeah, true.
What's an anchor going to do?
I do understand the fact that it's very hard to swim against an anchor, but at the same time, you can't get wrapped up by an anchor.
Anchor can't kill you.
If you put an anchor in a boxing ring,
Yeah, what's it going to do?
So
Just
you're gonna
stand
lay
there.
True.
A saint is for me. I picture a saint like an angel.
Yeah.
A saint is for good. It's not going to beat you in a fight.
Correct.
It won't want to fight you.
is an angel invisible? Like it's translucent or transparent, so you actually can't touch it. So you can't beat it.
But an angel's so nice it won't fight you.
Yeah, well, it's not meant to. It's an angel.
It's an angel. It's not going to fight
true.
you. And a cat. Now there's some other cats I've rated a lot higher. I just think a bit like Geelong this year. Very toothless.
Like that.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, I like that.
And I'm not a fan of it.
And it's a house cat, so like
It's a house cat. It's a cat that you want to pat.
It's a cat. Pat the cat.
Pat the cat. So I think for me that was pretty easy. Those bottom 3.
So
Okay.
I'm just looking at the logos here just to see if I'm concerned with it. Nah, all good.
So yeah, there's a few here that I'm not sure the actual mascot would be. We can talk about later.
Okay.
15 to 13. A bulldog, a crow, and a swan. So bulldogs just aren't scary. They look a bit weird.
Very slow.
Yeah, they're slow, so you could just punt it.
Yeah.
Not much aerobic capacity either.
That's what I was thinking. I reckon it's got 2 minutes. It's cooked.
Not doing beep tests.
Definitely
It's
not.
not something that would win in a fight. Now, there's a few different birds on here. I rated crow the last. So I've done it based on my personal experience with these birds and also like, do I see them attacking very often? For me, crows are associated with picking up rubbish off the ground. I don't see them attacking you.
They are
There's
highly
something-
intelligent, though.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't see them swooping. I see them just
that's
picking
fair.
up rubbish from the bin.
That's
So
fair.
that doesn't scare me.
Yeah, of all those birds, I agree.
Yeah.
I think a crow at least.
And Jade will be livid because she reckons it should be high. And I told her, I texted her today saying,
crow?
you're not going to love it where it is. And she was like, yeah, we have a problem. So yeah, but it's like, it
Interesting.
doesn't scare me like the other two. 13 is a swan. Now, swans, they don't attack you very often, but oh gee, when a swan charges at you, it is petrifying.
Yeah, we've had that on the boat at
It's
Yarra.
petrifying.
They actually come after the boat.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, if that got a hold of you, those things are big.
It's
Bigger than you realise.
Yeah, so that's petrifying, but the fact that it's just, I don't know, it doesn't attack you very often, I'm like, it's alright.
Would pack a punch though. That would hurt.
Yeah,
If you
would.
got
They're teeths. Yeah. So yes. Okay. So far, no issues.
No issues. I'm quite comfortable with this.
Okay. So 12 to 10. A kangaroo, a magpie, and an eagle. Now, kangaroo
Wow.
is controversial. That could be higher.
That's very low, considering there's some birds here that still
Yeah.
aren't. Like a hawk, for example.
I've got hawk above it. Yeah. We'll
Wow.
find out
I
soon.
think a kangaroo.
Nah, I'd take a hawk above, but magpie above below.
The reason magpie's in 11 above kangaroo.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the only reason why is because personal experience. I've been scratched by a magpie and it's got me eye, it's got me nose. So I'm more scared of magpie than a kangaroo.
Nah, bro. Have you seen those beefy kangaroos?
Yeah,
kangaroo
but also
fighting.
most of them. Yeah,
Like-
but 99% of them run away.
Yeah, but if you're in his territory, one of those big ones, bang, it's
I
got
saw
you.
on TikTok there was that one where he it had his
The
dog
dog,
had his
yeah.
dog by the head,
Yeah.
and this guy started to fight with it.
Just-
So
Literally,
that's-
one hit from a kangaroo,
yeah.
it's gone.
Have you
That's
seen them sit
controversial.
back on their like tail and then kick with their feet?
Yes,
That would
and they
kill.
fight each other. I've seen one where they
Yeah.
fight each other. They both they both lean back and kick. That's controversial.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be like called out in that one.
I think it needs to be in the top 8. I think a kangaroo's making finals.
8. See, I wouldn't have it above these next two, which was eagle at 10, hawk at 9. I'd still have those
They
two
are pretty
above.
scary.
I'd have those two above a kangaroo, but magpie, yeah, probably should be above magpie.
What's the
but
size difference between a hawk and an eagle?
This one, honestly, I didn't know. I just thought hawk just sounded scary.
No, I think hawks like smaller.
I was gonna say,
I think
I'd
eagles.
back
Eagles are
even
big.
when you see them at the Eagles home games and they come down and go on the person's arm, those things are and those
talons,
The claws.
claws or whatever. What do you say?
talons. I think
Talons, all those things. Gee
I don't
whiz. Talking to scratches.
Yeah. So those two, you can
And they
much for
pick
muchness.
up like sheep and then
True.
just drop them.
Do they?
Yeah.
There you go.
So they could pick. Big eagles can pick up you and drop you.
Like a claw.
There you go. Much for muchness. I don't really know the difference, so whatever. Okay.
Whatever he says.
8 to 6. 8 is Captain Blue. I'm not sure what it's called, but that blue, the cut one. 7's Power. Again, another name. And Tiger's 6. Now, my reasoning. Captain Blue, a bit of a Batman type operator. I just think he has some good strength, but I just think these next ones have like powers. And I don't think he'd beat the powers.
That's true. When I think of the Carlton Blue, I just think of a strong man.
Yeah, correct.
That's my other problem. It's a man.
Whereas the next one's coming up, Power. Now, Power's at 7 because it's got lightning.
A lightning bolt.
But lightning's a bit hit and miss. So
Yeah, but when it hits, you're
yeah,
dead.
when it hits, you're dead. But it just for me, it misses way too much to be ahead of these other ones. I think the other ones will get it before it hits you.
Consistency a real problem, is it?
Longevity. I just think these next ones coming out will kill it before the lightning hits you.
Yeah, but how are you killing lightning?
Yeah, you can't beat. You can't.
Well, there's a guy like shooting the lightning bolts. But the
No,
guy,
it's just the
Oh,
act of lightning.
But now it's not. If it's an person shooting lightning, surely he'd be more accurate than the lightning outside.
No, I've envisioned he's like summoning it, like on COD,
what, is he
like
just
on
like,
COD, like on COD when you like summon it.
grunting out the lightning.
like
He's taking a shit of lightning right there.
I was like on COD when you call UAV.
Just
That's,
sitting on top
kind
of
of
the
good.
clouds.
They're like it's gonna be hit and miss.
Okay, fair enough.
6 is a tiger again. 6 is tiger. 5's lion. Like again, like much of a muchness. I don't.
Tiger over lion.
Yeah, I've gone lion scarier. So
enough.
lion 5, tiger
Definitely.
6. So
Powerful.
yeah, I just think they're more leaders. Yeah, I don't know something about it.
I was going to go the other way because the tiger is more like they're on their own, so they have to fend themselves. Whereas the lion's a pack, and if he's on his own, pussy ass.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's an interesting take. That's fair.
Anyway,
Top 4. Okay, I'm going to go from 4 to 1. So I'm just going to read them all out.
Or go one. I reckon go one
Okay,
at a time.
one at a time. Okay, number 4. So by the way, for reference, in no particular order, we have a sun, a bomber, a giant, and a demon. These are the last 4. Those are no order, by the way.
Sun, giant, bomber, demon.
Correct. At number 4, demon. Now, reason why demon's there is I searched up demon superpower.
What is a demon,
Demon
superpower?
was like something like I can't find it now, but I saw their superpowers were better than the rest, but it won't beat these next ones. You know, it's like again, I'm trying to search it up here.
Does a demon have a pitchfork?
Yes.
That's what I think of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I
it
think.
does have a pitchfork.
what was the other one you said? Sorry, I've got the sun going through my head.
Sun, giant, and a bomber.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, what's a bomber? Because I feel like
we'll get to that. We'll get to that
because
because
he could be a big hit and miss.
we'll get to that. We'll get to the bomber one because the Essendon mascot is a mosquito. So is a mosquito or a bomber? So that's why I'm like,
Wait, what?
True, they're all like in the 80s and 90s. They're definitely a
was a
mosquito.
mosquito.
Yeah,
I think I've rated it as a bomber. By the way. I haven't put a mosquito up top. It's a bomber. So it's but we'll talk about that later. Demons at 4. I think that the powers will beat all the other ones below it, but it won't beat the ones above it. Controversial. Number 3 is a giant.
no, I'm fine with that because it's a giant player, isn't it?
It's a big boy.
Whereas these other things
These
are
other
like
ones-
not
Almost
a spiritual
mythical,
being,
yeah.
but like
So
something
these,
extra.
the 2 above it are
Extra-testicle.
What?
An extra testicle. Did you mean to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like a giant. Like, if let's say it's Giant and Shane Mumford.
Yeah.
like he's not beating a tiger.
I think he is. He's squashing a tiger and a lion, but he's not beating the 2 above it because the 2 above it have powers that he won't be able
Is he bigger than the Hulk?
Ooh.
That's what size I was thinking, like a Wreck-It Ralph, Incredible Hulk.
So
Two
I
very
think
different
I
operators.
think he kind of
but
shush. He kind of.
But does he have the strength of a Hulk? Because if he's just got the normal strength of Shane Mumford, but he's the size of a Hulk, Then he's
I'm
not very strong,
thinking
is he?
closer to Hulk.
I'm thinking closer to
genuine
Hulk. I picked it
superhuman
closer to Hulk.
strength.
So the two above it have supernatural powers that he won't be able to beat. Number 2. Now this can be controversial because I think I've heard you say this should be 1. The Sun.
What?
Nah, that's 1.
It's got to
It's
be
one.
1. It's the sun.
Beat the
you
sun.
literally can't get close to it. If you try and get close to it to fight it, you
You're
incinerate.
bad.
Do you think the Sun would disintegrate a bomber ship?
Yes.
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 By the time-
Yes. What are you going to do to the sun? The sun? I don't know. Seriously.
Dude, hang on. Let's just hang on.
I don't think you get within years of the sun.
Years.
Like, I think you get within, like...
Tom, we are 147 million kilometers away from the sun. Think about how hot it is. If you're touching the sun, which is what a bomber wants to do to beat
You'll
it,
melt.
Yeah, if it shoots a bullet at it, by the time it's just melted.
it just
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
The sun is just
undefeated.
the ruler.
For some reason, when I did it this morning, I thought a bomber can get close enough.
Also, who's driving it?
Yeah, true.
They're
that
gonna
person
melt.
would yeah, true. Now, let's have a lot of air conditioners in there.
Jesus, crumpets.
Okay.
You are delusional.
The sun should be 1. The sun.
You have to commit to this.
Sun wins. Sun wins, mate.
Did Marnus ask you to put the
No,
bomber
yeah,
one?
he didn't. I generally, when I went in my head this morning, a bomber would not disintegrate.
Did you just picture a bomber driving into the sun and it blowing up like the Death Star? Oh my god.
Yes.
Shit. Sun wins.
Sun wins.
Sun
Okay,
wins.
sun
The
wins.
sun is number 1.
Is there anything else that was like glaringly wrong?
I think Carlton,
Yeah.
it should be a lot lower. Because
Lower?
it's just a man with fake muscles. So it should be almost
I
lower.
want, I want the
think-
kangaroo higher.
Okay, the kangaroo I think the captain guy will just punch and will just drop any.
Yeah, but
But he's just like,
He's a normal person.
he's a strong boy.
I'm thinking
No,
he's
he's
like an
got fake
AFL
muscle.
player. I'm just thinking
Oh well, if he's an AFL player, I'm dropping him way lower.
just like a strong human.
I thought he
what I
was like
thought.
the Batman. If he's like an AFL player, I'd drop him lower. But my thing is the Batman.
He's
and
Batman without the superpowers.
Oh yeah.
He's just a human.
That's
Just
a human. Batman's powers a human. I picked him as a strong man. I picked him as a strong man, and I thought that a bird he'd just punch and drop it. The kangaroo, I can be swayed. The kangaroo, I'll give you. He should be above the magpie. He should be at least 11. I just went because of personal experience. Where the kangaroos I've encountered on the golf course run away from me. The magpies get me.
Next time we go play golf, can you just run up to one?
It won't go at me. It'll run away. But
Just then run at it then. Just test it. Hoping to find the biggest one they can
with the
find.
golf club,
In fairness now, I've searched up the Carlton mascot on Google.
he's a
Big muscles.
Yeah, big unit. Yeah,
Big muscles, Fletcher.
Correct. That's what I saw.
Yeah, but they're foam, muppet.
Yeah,
Well, oh,
it's a-
dickhead.
It's a
Dickhead. Use some imagination here, yeah?
Are we saying the mascot? That's
Yeah,
the
okay,
mascot.
But this is a real game. We're not. We're not going to get Starman in the costume to fight. It's going to be a guy with actual muscles.
He's
also-
got actual
he's
muscles,
also
just
quite
not very
pudgy.
big ones.
Pudgy.
He's quite pudgy, yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm happy with where Captain Blue is. Kangaroo should be higher.
Apart from that, I'm okay with it. I mean, the sun not being 1 is
Yeah.
just incredible to me. But hey, your list.
Okay, Sun 2-1. I'm willing to budge on that one.
Good. And where's the bomber going to go?
Bomber at 2. Bomber's 2. Bomber is 100% blowing up a giant Shane Mumford.
What about a demon?
Demon with the pitchfork. Bang.
But I think the bomber would drop bombs on it first.
Sorry, I'm just searching up a demon. Oh yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, demon's scary.
That's scary.
So bomber and demon can also be swayed, but no, I'm happy with bomber at 2, Sun at 1. Happy with
Demon mascot AFL.
that. Yeah, he's a scary boy.
He is scary.
What is it?
Ooh.
Anyway, what's a bomber going to do to a power? Because you don't going to play with a lightning
That's true.
strike.
Actually, a lightning bolt.
Oh, see, yeah, when there's some technicalities come into it. In 1v1, there's stylistic matchups.
Think about Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
When you use the lightning bolt,
Yeah.
how it wipes out everything
Yeah,
because you can't see lightning coming.
that's true. Well, I applied some common sense and said that, well, because otherwise lightning will be 1 because you can't defeat it, you can't see it.
Lightning
No,
versus
the sun can
Sun would get it.
The sun would get it.
So I guess it's very stylistic.
You convinced me that lightning would beat a bomber.
Good. I'll take that.
I guess yes.
Lightning.
Yeah, maybe.
He's not confident.
Yeah, he's just cut.
No, I'm having my list. I think Sun at 1. I think that's a big error for me. But the rest I'm pretty happy with.
Fair enough.
As
That
you
was,
should
good
be.
that was good fun.
Yeah. As long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters.
It's all right to be wrong.
So power move, you prick. That's so power move.
Talking about footy, Connor Rozee, 8-year deal. Happy with that?
Cane cords.
He did say he doesn't like it. He did come out and say he didn't like the
8
deal.
years is stupid. And
Stupid
captain
though.
as well.
Yeah, and captain. I don't see him as much as leader, but
I'm not
you're not
sold
inside
him-
the
I'm
four
not
walls.
sold on him being captain. I feel like Butters would be better captain, but
Yeah, see, Butters is more of a lead
Yeah.
by example captain.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
But you don't know what's happening behind the scenes.
That's
do you?
true.
So,
That's true. But yeah, 8 years, I still can't cop it.
I don't like 8
I know
years.
he's
much
a gun.
risk.
I know he's a gun, but what if he has an injury? There's no doubt he's talent, so he's worth 8 years on talent. But he can get injured.
Especially if
next 3
he's
years.
given you all the assurances that he wants to stay, which I imagine he
You don't
has.
need to lock him down.
Give him 4 or 5 and then reassess when he... Because what is he now? 22, 23?
23.
Same Sam Walsh draft,
Yeah.
so it'd be 22, 23.
Reassess when he's right in his prime at 27.
It's almost like bad on the manager. Like, you've almost lost money because surely you can't ask for the max dollars if you get 8 years extension. It's almost bad on the manager. Manager should be doing 4 years, hit their prime, shuffle a deal.
I've always wondered that. I don't know what you boys... Yeah, because you're right. There's something about comfortability. In 8 years, you
Yeah.
know you're getting paid for 8 years. But he could be a Brownlow medalist in 4 years' time.
Yeah.
And he's worth more than that. So it's always that NBA you hear a lot betting on yourself. Fred VanVleet did it
Yeah.
last year where you purposely sign a contract in the hope that you earn your way to more money.
Yeah.
There's also comfortability is a thing that he's probably getting. I'm not sure how much was the money. Was the deal worth?
Well, you don't know because they don't.
It'll be over $1 million a year. In his
probably.
prime. I imagine it's quite front-ended. By the time he's 30, 31,
Yeah.
probably won't be getting paid
Surely
as
they
much.
wouldn't have that much money to front end it right now.
That's true, actually.
Like with Dixon, Zach Butters just signed a new contract. Both still on still a bit of money. Wines. You can go through a lot more players, but
Yeah, yeah. There'd be a bit of a squeeze, but...
wouldn't be a massive squeeze, but it'd be a fair bit of squeeze.
Yeah. They've clearly prioritised him, but then... What's Butters... Butters is older than Rosie.
No, the same draft.
Same draft.
Same draft.
Yeah, he just signed an extension too, but he was not like it was like a
Yeah.
4-year extension, which gets him to the 8-year free agency.
Yeah.
So once he's finished his contract, he can go wherever he wants.
And that's perfect because he's, like you said, Tom, he's hit his prime, and then you can negotiate perhaps
Or he
more
can
money.
come back home because he's from Melbourne
Oh.
without having to request a trade. He can just leave.
Yeah, right.
Because it's 8 years in the system, and then you can go wherever you want.
Yeah, okay.
So there's a manager out there that does that very well, and Ben King's also that manager. Got the same manager.
Yeah, I just think it's a hard one between comfortability and either of them could be a Brownlow medalist in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
That's a very realistic goal. Is like Butters did all right in the Brownlow, didn't he? They both did pretty well. So
Well, they're both stars.
correct. So I think in 5 years' time you reassess and get paid even more. But
But for a captain, I thought that was a bit interesting. Like, I know Bogue's getting old, but I thought maybe it would go to Wines. But no, I've just skipped that generation and gone straight. No, Bogue wasn't the captain last year, was it? It was Jonas.
Jonas.
who
Yeah, but
couldn't
that,
get a game?
Couldn't
that's
get a
not
game.
working, yeah.
Well, he did retire.
Yeah, he retired,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Probably one where he got nudged.
Absolutely got nudged. He was playing WAF or sample football.
Yeah.
So, boys, Asava coming through.
There you go.
First round draft pick and doesn't play.
prodigal
The big
child.
Sav.
Geelong, he's a first round draft pick. Oh, wait, we're not playing him though for the second half of the year.
Yeah, but he's worth a lot. Dickheads.
Oh,
Oi.
having to go his own team.
I just don't like how we approached it. I've said it on the record. I don't like it. Clubs won't want to deal with us because of it.
Yeah, you're not getting Batter Smith next year
Nah,
because we're not dealing with it.
I'm not dealing with it. I don't want him. No, I do want him. Please, Bailey, come.
No, he's happy with the Bulldogs.
Is he?
He's coming
Yeah.
apart.
Did he tell you?
Dacos brothers.
Nah, Dacos come to the Dogs.
Get stuff.
Did you not hear about that?
Tell you
rumour?
right now, Fletch, I would stop doing the podcast if that happened. I'd quit footy. I wouldn't watch
You'd
footy.
cry in your sleep.
I would very much cry in my sleep.
Would you become a Dogs fan to follow Dacos?
Maybe. I wouldn't want to give Fletch satisfaction.
Yeah, that'd give you a lot of satisfaction. After Trelaw and that,
Oh god.
Blue's your colour. It's Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah, true, maybe.
you don't go for Chelsea at the moment though, because they just lost in
I'm
there.
wearing the shirt, but begrudgingly.
Yeah,
only
why are
'cause-
you wearing a Man United shirt?
Oh, shut up! I'm wearing a Chelsea shirt. Although I want to burn it.
Yeah, it's peeling.
It is. It's
Yeah,
very
you are.
old. I got this for my 21st. I'm now 24. So,
3 years ago.
that's the maths. I'm getting a new one for Christmas. a Reece James shirt who got injured once again on the weekend.
Does it come with
Does it come with an ambulance kit?
with a free physio appointment?
Yeah. He's so injury prone. It's not funny.
In-season tournament basketball. We'll talk about some basketball now. In-season tournament has just finished. I think we'll talk about that this week. Nothing else really matters. Happy with how it ended, or not like the game, as in the tournament as a whole, holistically? Would you say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
As a whole, did you like it?
Yes. I don't think it could have gone that much better, to be honest.
The only thing I got,
Yeah,
just and
sure.
I'm going to say this because I assume you'll just say you like it. The game shouldn't be in Vegas. The final one should just be whoever's got the best record in season or head-to-head matchup wise is the best, because it was so boring. There was no fan. Like the best game was the Boston Pacers game when it was at the Pacers, wasn't it?
Yep.
And it
That was
just
unreal.
mayhem.
That Pacers crowd were going absolute punter. The Indiana bench, like that was that was the highlight. You're right. It should be. I'm not sure how you work it out though.
Well, I think it's just record. I think it's just in like the regular season record. Whoever's higher or more wins gets to play at home.
But don't you want these weaker sides like a Pacers winning it? Doesn't that make?
But
But you can't turn around and say, "Oh, you play because you're the smaller franchise."
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah,
either.
you can't start picking and choosing.
No, you can't do that either.
Yeah,
They
but
might be above. They might be above the Lakers right now. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
in terms of overall record.
Yeah.
I think it's actually quite close. But you look at Indiana in non-in-season tournament games, their record, they're under 500 quite comfortably.
Really?
Yeah.
Lakers would be fairly similar. Lakers have put all their eggs in this in-season tournament basket too. But
Yeah.
I do agree that it should be at someone's home ground. I'm not sure how you work it out. It should be at someone's home court for atmosphere purposes.
Yeah.
It was very flat. I agree. Both, and I thought it was just going to be because the Pacers Bucks game being in the afternoon was really, really flat. But you thought, oh, it's two small sort of franchises, like smaller city franchises. So
Yeah.
that might be why. And then even the final just not being, apart from LeBron hitting 3 straight threes, that's probably the only time that it actually really got pumping. But yeah, I just imagine what that game would have been like if it was at, like, is it Crypto Arena?
Yeah, Crypto
where LA
Arena.
is now.
Yeah.
It just makes it so much better. You want that for all the highlights and everything. But again, we know why Vegas.
Yeah.
Money. Also, that court was terrible.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
The blue and red,
Why?
a bit boring, wasn't it?
Yeah, why?
it didn't blend well with the black
then
and
black,
gold
yeah.
cup that's on there. Just a bizarre choice of colour. I think if you made the court black and gold, black with a gold runway, clean.
That would have been
Yeah,
nice.
wow.
I think.
Okay.
But that's just one man's opinion. But the actual game, fantastic.
Yeah, the final.
The final,
The final.
fantastic.
We'll talk about that and then straight away. We'll go on to the other games later. But it was interesting that I felt like if I didn't look at the scoreboard and just watch the game, the Lakers should have been up by like 15, 20 points. But because they only hit twos, they can't like jump out teams. And teams can hit a few threes and just stick with them. So it's almost a worry now. I loved how they played, but I don't think they could play any better. And that's only the Pacers. So I have genuine concerns about them now because, I don't think they can't hit 15 threes to just separate themselves a little bit when they play so well. So I'm quite worried about them, even though they were so good.
And the fact Hallie only had 5 points. Hallie took 3 shots in the first half.
He was poor.
So
Well,
he
yeah.
did all right in the second half. But yeah, you're right. Lakers had the ascendancy. If their star player, one of the best players in the league, is dropping 5 points and a half, you'd want to be up 20.
I think so, yeah. They did a very good job on the day. They got very good wing defenders. That's one thing I took out of the game. And they did a very good job. I don't think the Pacers did very well on the offensive end, but they did very well at trapping, getting the ball out of Tyrus's hands and making someone else win the game. They did a really well job at that, but I thought the Pacers could have sometimes stopped screening because that forced a double team, and then they kind of got what they want. So, but I just don't think the Lakers got the 3-point shot to like overpower teams and be really dominant.
Yeah, maybe not in a 7-game series. There'll be games where they just, guys like D'Lo and Reeves, like Reeves did here, have a great game, but yeah, probably isn't as sustainable as other teams. But I agree with you about their wing defenders. You could see how good Vanderbilt was on Halliburton, picking him up essentially at full court and making him work really hard just to get over halfway, rather than letting him sort of dictate what he wanted to do. And it resulted in, I think it was 2 turnovers in the first quarter, really uncharacteristic from Halliburton. And that just set the tone. I love Vanderbilt, and Rui being there was really good for them too. It's just size.
Cam Reddish was the other one.
Yeah.
Big shout out
His
to him.
defense was elite.
Yeah. He got a few strips that were called fouls, and they were not fouls. They were clean strips. So
Max Christie played a lot of minutes as well.
He did too.
He was pretty good.
Good. Yeah.
So you still don't think they're a genuine threat in the West?
No. If this was Denver, I just think they would have taken all the shots that the Lakers put out there and just went, yeah, we'll just tuck up a few threes and knock them down and be right on your doorstep.
It took like 8 40, 20. Reeves dropped 30. LeBron had 24 and 11, and they beat the Pacers just.
Yeah, well, no one really hit threes. I haven't got the stats up, but I think like they hit 7 threes between them or something like that. There was no threes, which was good it was good defense by the Lakers to not give them open threes, but at the same time, like the Lakers can't hit a three, so they just score twos all the time. And this league is so three dominant. Mm-hmm. I just feel like a team like Murray, Jokic or Michael Porter Jr. just have a quick three threes and put 9 points on the board and be right back on the doorstep with them, even though they've made 8 shots, even though the Lakers have made 9 shots, but it's only 2 points every shot. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, they need a little bit more 3-point shooting.
Well, it proofs in the pudding. They only shot 13 threes. They made 2 threes for the game.
And that's the way they want to play, which is fine. But I'm concerned that they can't get any better.
They clearly rely on, which you don't know whether this will continue, how good they are at forcing or creating free throws.
Yeah. Definitely.
Which is what they did again in this game. The Pacers basically matched them, but 18, LeBron, and Reeves in this game shot 12. They're just so good at bullying teams and getting in there. I think Doc Rivers made the point, don't know whether it's true or not, but he was convinced that the reason they get so many free throws is because they have AD and LeBron, who just force that. And the reason they don't give away many free throws is because they have guys who are so big and athletic. They can basically just stand there and force a tough shot rather than trying to foul.
They don't allow many drives, so then right there you lose a lot of free throws. But at the same time, they have a lot of superstar power at the other end of the floor, so you get a few calls your way. But I probably agree with that a little bit. But they do play very good defense to stop drives. They don't let people get in the paint where you can draw fouls and kind of little nudge and get in there. But I would like to see the Pacers do. Young team, so I'm not going to discredit them too much. It was awesome what they've done this whole series. But I would have loved them to see, flatten out the floor a little bit and play Tyrese Halliburton a lot more one-on-one. So he's got his defender one-on-one. Instead of bringing a screen and then them immediately doubling and he's got to chuck it out of his hands, would have loved to see him play a bit more one-on-one, a bit more off the burst. And I reckon he could have done a lot more doing that. But it's here nor there. They're a young team. They're still figuring it out. So it's tough. Yeah,
I think, and for them, it's just a win that they made the final, and they showed a lot of people what their upside is and what their ceiling is.
Yeah, they proved me wrong.
Yeah,
I don't think they were anything special, especially at the start season. They did a lot more than what I thought. They beat Boston, they beat Milwaukee, 2 best teams in it probably.
And you can see they're playing such a, I'm trying to think what the word is, but it's just such a unique style where they're the quickest team in the NBA by quite a distance. And you can, when you're watching it, it's hard to visualize it, but when you watch it, see how quickly they play. Teams are so concerned about getting back on defense. The Lakers did it quite well, but you could see the Bucks really struggled with it, and that's probably a big reason why.
Fletch playing these. Oh,
it's okay.
Sorry about that.
It's not everyone's radio. Fletch's mic.
What the hell was that?
That was weird, eh? I was like, do I keep talking or Tom's staring at me? What do I do?
It's an interesting game. 80, 41 and 20. I know you would have been happy if fantasy played. But
Except, fantasy didn't.
That would have been, what would you say? That would have been 90.
Yeah, well, we can do the maths, but it would have been close to 100 because he wouldn't have had many missed shots.
Yeah, 16 of 24.
How many weeks will this take for him to recover? Will he be out for 2 to 3 weeks?
I'm waiting for it because he's been so healthy so far. I don't think he's maybe missed 1 or 2 games.
But he was dominant. This is what he should be doing all the time. This is why it's frustrating. This should be him. Not quite these numbers, but 30 and 10, 25 and 15 should be every single game. Without question, without fail.
Yeah, that's what he should. Yeah, at least taking these 25 shots rather than games where he takes 12 shots. It's like, dude, this is what happens when you're super aggressive. Did you see the video of LeBron telling him Miles Turner is a shot blocker, put body on him and then go up?
Yeah,
and he did that for the whole game, and he made Miles Turner look a lot smaller than he actually is. He's a beast, and AD killed him. But yeah, it was so impressive. Just good to watch him in full flight, basically, without having to worry about fantasy. Just appreciating
Yeah,
how
but
good
it'd
he
be
was.
nice to do this more often. Like,
Absolutely.
no offense to Jokic, but he could be more dominant than Jokic. He's a lot more athletic and a lot more skillful. Not skillful, that's the wrong word. He can dribble a lot better than Jokic. He can always play as a 3 a little bit more than Jokic can. But he just can't get healthy enough. I don't know. He was limping for about 3 quarters and then stopped limping every time he touched the ball. It's like, well, what the fuck's going on here, champ?
Yeah, well, and we've seen what AD can do when he does it for a long period of time in the bubble. Remember that playoff series?
Yeah.
It was with his jump shot as well.
Yeah.
It was just elite, that mid-range jumper. I'm trying to find what they were in the... Oh, yeah, he's got some games in the finals that year that were just ridiculous. Like, consistent 35, 10, 5 blocks, those sort of stat lines, which we just don't really see regularly. Maybe that's just not sustainable. Maybe no one can do that.
I don't know. Jokic gets pretty close to it.
The block numbers, though, that's a big...
block numbers different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Embiid's probably the closest. And no one's talking about him.
Probably. But to be fair, I'm not talking about Embiid this year. He's not going to win my MVP.
Yeah, why?
Because he is a bitch in the playoffs. He actually... It's like Charlie Curnow for footy this year.
Yeah, wow.
It's like, whatever you do in the regular season, well done, but just set that aside. And then everything else it only counts to playoffs, pretty much, is what I've got this year. Is that fair?
It is fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is fair.
After winning the MVP and not bottling it, that's the wrong word.
Wasn't it Giannis? Was that Giannis for a bit, where Giannis won MVP and he didn't do nothing in the playoffs? Took him, he had to prove himself in the playoffs. So that's fair with Embiid.
I know. Come on, do something in the when
He
it counts.
shrunk this last playoff series.
Would you make any other changes to the in-season tournament, or are you pretty happy?
No, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. Just playing not in Vegas at home of whoever's home court advantage it is.
Yeah.
Because it'd be a lot funner, a lot better.
Happy with the group scenario?
That seemed to work out pretty well. I liked it, the fact that it wasn't like the 2 best teams. It wasn't all... It sounds kind of bad, but it wasn't the 2 best teams that won it. Like, it wasn't the Bucks, Boston, or the Nuggets weren't even in there. So, like, it was kind of good that those teams we didn't see, and we saw upcoming Pacers. We saw, we saw the Lakers, which are not upcoming, but we kind of don't know what they're about. So
yeah, and you're naturally going to get more variety because it's knockout scenario rather than a best of 7. You know, like a Bucks Pacers. Bucks just naturally outlast them in a 7-game series, but because it's a 1 game, we get someone different going through.
Yeah,
which I think's good. So I hope they keep it.
What do you think about Tyrese doing the Dame time celebration on Dame? That was sick.
That was pretty unreal. I don't know what Dame would have thought of it, but
He did have comments. He just said, like, respect. I like his game. I'm really summarising here, but I like his game. When you're up, you can do it, but at some point you may come down and you'll get humbled. But while you're up, why not?
Yeah, it was, and he deserved to. After that game that he played, he was just feeling it.
Yeah.
And some of the videos of the Pacers bench getting around him was pretty cool. But it's just good to see someone like him be able to shine on that stage because he doesn't get to often enough being on the Pacers.
Yeah.
They'll get more recognition probably next season, more nationally televised games. But I think that was one of his first, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe this year first.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They're not getting that yet, which is a shame. But
in that game, the Milwaukee game, they really went for it. So Giannis played 40 minutes. Brook Lopez didn't, but he played like 37. And then Dame played 42. So they really went for it and pulled up short again. After a massive third quarter from Dame, he scored 18 points in the third quarter. This is really interesting. Had they really fixed what they had last year? They're very good, but they went straight sets last year, and now they've failed on the kind of the biggest stage this year so far, to a Pacers team they should be beating. Like this clutch time, it was Dame to come in so he could finish off fourth quarters. And then they didn't. Like, they haven't finished it off, and they lose they get outscored by 12 points in the last quarter from the Pacers. Not worried about him, but there's also a lot of unrest with their coach, Adrian Griffin, isn't it?
yes.
There's a lot of unrest with him in the locker room. I'm a bit worried of where they're at and what they're going to do, but they should be fine, but I do have worries about them, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's clear faults. I mean, their bench really, really struggled. They basically couldn't use them. Campaign just has not had any impact whatsoever.
Yeah.
And off the top of my head, I can't think who else off their bench. Bobby Portis
4 points in that game.
Really?
Yeah, 4 points, and then 5 by... What's the guy that scored 81 points? in the some major Beauchamp.
Oh, Beauchamp.
Beauchamp.
Beauchamps.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, they clearly... And the other thing is Dame just had a stinker. Which
18 points in the third quarter. It's a lot.
I don't think he hit a shot for the first quarter and a half. It was 0 of 7 or 0 of 8. They kept showing it every time he'd miss. We just won more. But and that's the thing. Giannis probably couldn't have played much better. They got an elite Giannis game. And still, you'd argue, didn't get close.
And Brooks had 18 points, 4 blocks, 6 rebounds. 10 rebounds. That's a pretty elite game. I don't know. Chris Middleton had 20 points. So that's kind of been the question about, can Chris keep going? He has 20 points here and looks really good.
Yeah.
And they still lose to a Pacers team.
His minutes are trending up, Middleton, which is a good sign. But if he does get in, he will get injured again.
Yes.
You just hope it's not at the wrong time. Because it could be at the wrong time.
They've really taken it easy. He's gone 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 21, 21. Literally, it's been a long minutes restriction. I'm not sure. Was the sudden minute spike because of the in-season tournament, or was he set to that?
I reckon.
Will he go back down?
I reckon he will.
Back down to 26 or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm also at the same time going to hold off on making any big sort of calls around Milwaukee because they're a team that has Giannis and Damian Lillard. And they're only 20 games into the season.
Yep.
So I'm going to reserve judgment. They will be absolutely fine, I think.
But what's going to change for them to be fine? That's what I'm more curious about because I don't know.
Well, I
really don't know.
That's something that's above my pay grade. I just refuse to believe that a team led by Giannis and Dame won't click at some stage.
Yeah, well, I thought that last year, and then they got swept by the 8th seed. I know Dame wasn't inside, but a Giannis-led team, and yeah, they got swept by the 8th seed last year. Swept.
Yeah.
Swept.
They got swept.
Didn't win a game.
I predicted them to sweep, and they got swept.
Yeah. Complete opposite.
Big turn.
The other game, you got to go, don't you?
Your girlfriend give me the hurry up. I've got to go to netball.
Yeah.
So
Go win the grand final,
I'll
champ.
go win the Veggie Grand Final.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. I'll listen when it comes out.
All right,
Are you
perfect.
driving with Brooke?
No, I'm not. But Brooke said, hurry up and get out so we can
Yeah, okay. Are you picking up Jade?
Yes, I have to go pick up Jade.
Say hi to her for me.
I shall. And I'll shoot plenty of buckets for you boys.
No, you won't.
Shut up, idiot. Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Tommy's just broken his microphone.
Through the mic at me.
Are you going to clean up or what? You've just left it on the ground.
No, just leave.
Fuckheads.
Could you
Yeah,
leave
soldiers.
any louder? Leave us some grace and dignity, mate. Jesus. Hey, Brooke. Bye. I said hi, not bye. But anyway. Oh, finally, he's gone.
Oh, God, now we can talk about
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I think this is the first time we've ever...
Just me and you.
Just me and you.
Yeah, because you're in Europe the whole freaking time.
Yeah, true.
The other game we'll talk about is really the only other game, and then we can just, I don't know, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
Pelicans, Lakers, the semi-final, the other semi-final. The Pelicans, we talked about it last week. I had a very interesting conversation with myself about where they go and what their franchise looks at, because they've got 10 players that can play. And there is 2 of them that there's the whole roster didn't show up in this game, but 2 of them got called out. Zion, especially from Chuck and Shaq, saying, get in shape, get the fuck over, whatever injuries you have. You've got to start dieting, and you have to run 10 Ks a day. You just need to eat right, and then you won't have to run those Ks, and then you keep the weight off. So it is big what's happening now. You're not a rookie. You're not a second-year player. You're not coming off an injury now and kind of playing on way into shape. It's 20 games in the season. Get on with it. Otherwise, get out, basically, because he's not living up to potential.
He really shied away from that. This game, you could even see him. I was watching this with Will, who has Zion in fantasy, so he was watching him really closely.
Yeah.
And we both noticed just how... It probably is the right word, is lazy. He just looked lazy. Didn't want to get involved offensively, was ball watching, wasn't boxing out or anything. And yeah, it was just a really bad performance. And when he did attack and when he did try and force it, it worked. He got into the lane. He was 6 of 8 from the field. So when he did, it was 1 of 6 from the free throw line, which is brutal. But it was a terrible performance. And he did come out and say, I just wasn't up for it. But, hi, Brooke. She just got nail clippers.
You know, those refs got to check the nails.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Actually, I got to cut my nails. They're disgusting.
Oh, God.
Anyway, if anyone wanted to know. But yeah, he was really poor. This whole Pelicans team was poor. It was a really bad performance.
But like, well, I put it mainly on BI and Zion. 2 leaders, 2 most talented players. They're just going to come out and set the tone. BI shot 4 of 13, 3 from 3. So really just poor game from him too. But like, they're still just going to come out in the second half and just absolutely shoot every shot, get you up to 20 shots, and see if you can get something going. Instead, they didn't do that, and they just CJ McCollum shot the most shots. So that's I don't know.
Yeah, and it was where it's weird because you look at the Lakers box score, and no one really. I mean, LeBron statistically was very, very good, but it was just an even spread.
Yeah,
and you look at a really good team in the Lakers who had genuinely 9 or 10 solid contributors, whereas the Pelicans, they all went missing again on the big stage.
They were within they were up in the first quarter by 1 point, and then just get smacked by 14 in the second quarter, and then get absolutely torn to shreds in the third quarter. Like half time, you get inside, it's almost another game you start again. It's not completely, but you kind of can reset, watch film, and you almost know what's happening in the game so well that you pretty much start another game. And then you come out and get whacked. You let 43 points in a quarter to a team that can't shoot 3-pointers. They shot, what did you say before? 2 threes in the next game?
Yeah.
Like, you let a team that can only shoot 2s have 43 on you in a freaking quarter. Like, that is... You only scored 89 for the game. Almost half your score is in the third quarter by the Lakers. That's horrific.
It is terrible. And they've only gone and hit 7 threes in this game.
Yeah.
The Pelicans. So they've shot absolutely terribly. Whereas the Lakers they shot almost 50% from 3.
50, 40, 75. Like,
yeah. But they were good looks because the Pelicans were so bad offensively. It wasn't a game where they were just heat checking. They were getting open threes.
Yeah.
And making them, which is what good players do. They're in the NBA, so we expect that. But yeah, it was a bully ball performance from the Lakers. And when I was watching this, I thought, this is destined for LeBron to just win the first ever.
But also, like, getting back to the Pelicans, like, this is like a turning point in your season. You either sharpen up, get fit, get healthy. Like, there's always those rumours of them mucking around a lot with people, a lot of partying, those two, B.I. and Zion. Sharpen up and like really want to be a superstar, or just be like a really good player that has so much talent, but you're a mere player and just kind of make your money and move on. Like that's kind of where this team is at, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and it'll be really interesting if BI and Zion choose to do that, whether they're actually in that roster by All-Star weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
If Zion plays like 2 months worth of good basketball, but you still know his habits are really bad, if you were the Pelicans, surely you're looking to trade him for whatever you get back. You're not going to get the same value back or number 1 draft pick back, but you're going to get something that's better and going to get you close to winning a championship, is basically what I'm saying.
But they probably will just keep this roster the way it is, because I forgot about this. No Dunks mentioned it. Last year when they were fit, they were first in the West.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
So they're probably holding on to that fact that when we are healthy and when we have our best rotation available, we can challenge anyone. And they showed that. They had a couple of really, really good performances right before this game.
Yeah.
So I thought they were a genuine chance and a bit of a dark horse to win the in-season tournament. But
you can tell their habits just come glaring through at the worst possible time. And like, what I mean, their habits of what they do off the field, like how they treat their body, the way Zion plays defense is exactly how he probably practices in real life. Like their habits are just showing a glaring in the game, and it's I don't know, like it's hard to explain, but yeah, their habits of what they do is just coming through in big moments. And I mean, good on making the playoffs this year, but you'll just end up getting bundled out in the first round.
Yeah.
Because your habits aren't good enough to be a genuine team. So
yeah, and guys like B.I., Zion, and CJ won't be content with that. Just being a middling
surely
team.
not.
Especially when this conference it's very open. Like, your microphone is cooked.
Might have to go to Tommy's.
No, it's broken now. Dumped it. But yeah, you sort of look at, trying to think who would be the top teams.
Well, Nuggets,
Suns, Timberwolves, OKC.
And all you hear about is, I know Nikola Jokic is not, like, you hear him riding horses all the time. But that team, like Aaron Gordon, built a house, put a basketball court in, and all the sons go there and pretty much run all their practices there. Like Booker and KD are literally gym rats. Don't have a life. All they do is spend their time in the gym. Like these teams, and the reason why they're so great is because they just live it, breathe it, and love it. I don't see that from those two. And that's kind of where I think this team's going to fall short, is because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and it's not ideal. I do really hard. I'm rooting for them. I really am. I want them to do well, and I want them to make a run.
Yeah, I think they have genuinely the most talent. This is why I'm talking about it so passionately. I think they got one of the most talented rosters in the team, like in the league. Sorry, like 1 through 10. I don't think you can pick a team that's better than them 1 through 10. They
have so much depth. Don't they?
Their 7th, like 8th rotation is Alvarado, who could be a starting point guard on some teams. Trey Murphy, like Dyson Daniels. These guys are six man easy, if not in the starting rotation of most lineups. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but they can't just rely on being good on paper. It has to come to fruition. So, fingers crossed for them. But yeah, they got bullied by a very experienced team, a well-oiled machine. Yeah, you would say
a more committed team too.
True. Do we want to talk about your fantasy?
No.
You made a trade.
Oh yeah, I think you have to veto it because I don't think people are very happy about it.
Yeah, well, bad luck.
It's fair-ish on points.
I don't think there's any issue with the trade itself.
It's just the person in it.
Yeah, there was. I got multiple text messages saying unwritten rule, and that's why they were upset. But the actual trade, the players involved, objectively, no issues. Personally, yeah,
no issues.
There's risk involved either way. Corey made that point. He said both of them, it's risk reward.
Oh, that's every trade, isn't it?
It is. But it's not a robbery. That's what I'm saying.
No. I'm not bad. I'm happy with it. Yeah. I really didn't want to lose Brook because he's been sensational. He's actually averaging like 40 over the last 30 days or 41. So he's been sensational. But at the same time, Anthony Edwards, I just can't. I need something. I need
staff.
I need to change up my season because like it's not working at the moment, as we know. I've got a lot of injuries. I've had a lot of injuries, but they're kind of coming back. So I've just gone, why not? Like I might as well just try it and see how it goes.
Give it a crack.
Go with a bit more star power, a little bit less bench depth. Even though Tyus Jones is still good, but he's not Jaylen Brown or Brook Lopez. Yeah. So try it. We'll see how we go.
And now you have to watch the Wizards.
Yeah, but I get to watch some Timberwolves.
True.
Which I'm very happy about.
Yeah, I actually haven't sat down and watched the full Timberwolves game. And I
Neither
really
have I.
want to.
Because you always put your fantasy players on instead of...
True.
So now I can put the Timberwolves on, which I'm really happy about.
And they will be... Yeah, it sounds like they're playing exciting basketball. So you enjoy that.
I am. I'm really happy for it.
I also want to publicly announce, I don't believe I can veto it.
From now?
I believe I may have accidentally tinkered with the settings wrong. So I actually can't veto it.
So any trade's free?
After the debacle with Tommy and Martin, where it took 3 days to go through, I tinkered with it, and I think I tinkered with it wrong. So I can't veto.
Booyah! I got it.
Because it processed straight away. Like, you could play with all the...
True.
You could use the players.
Oh, that's because you accepted it straight away.
Nah.
Because you were, like, on your phone sitting there scrolling. I was like,
No,
he's done research here now. He's accepted it.
I was dissecting the averages of the players. Yeah. Just to see if I was okay
in
with
season
it.
Or 30 days?
Like
the whole season as a whole? Or 30 days?
Both.
What did you come up with? Because I actually didn't do the maths.
Overall, I think Kelsey got 2 more average than you if you're going full season.
I thought it was about that.
30 day, maybe even more, because Brooks averaging over 40 in the last month. And that's why Tom and Man were really upset with Brooks saying, oh, it's such a sell high, blah, blah, blah. But I said, he's just a fantasy beast. He's a centre he's one of the best shot blockers in the league right now, and he shoots threes.
And the second, this is getting a bit technical, but they had a different defensive scheme to the start of the year, and he couldn't get any blocks. Now they've gone...
Shit. Just don't touch the bottom. He's taking Tommy's microphone.
They've gone back to their old defensive scheme, and now he's getting blocks.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much that simple that they used to play drop coverage. They went away from that. He now plays drop coverage, and now he's getting blocks. Pretty simple, unfortunately.
Yeah. And that's why I was okay with it, because you gave away 2 guys, like Brook, who is a fantasy beast, and Jaylen Brown, who is a genuine talent. So you've taken a risk to get Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with. It's not a robbery. So anyone who says that, it's not true. Sugma, ligma, etc. I like it. Like,
Hey.
I just hope it doesn't. My main concern is I hope it doesn't open the door for everyone else to trade with Kels.
Well, he's in the league, and we all accept him in league. So, unfortunately, from my point of view, he's in the league. Like I tried to make the Yahoo. This is gonna be. I hope Kelsey doesn't listen to this, but I did try to make the Yahoo league so that people that were more genuine, a bit more serious about it, could play, and no one really joined it. So you're obviously happy with it. So I kind of went, well, bad luck, like.
That's the main, my main gripe as commissioner. People have a lot of ideas for me and a lot of solutions, but don't do anything about it.
And I feel like I tried to do something about it, and no one joined my league, which is fine. But obviously, you're fine with everyone playing. So if that person's in the league, I'm going to trade with them. And I'm sorry, but I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win.
He's here to win.
So,
he's a one-time champ.
Luck. Yeah, I'm a one-time champ.
Yeah,
listen to me.
Not reigning champ. 2 years ago.
Yeah, not raining, right?
Yeah,
but
raining.
You got to be also a part of the Croft team to win a champ. Like Andy.
2 out of 3.
Yeah. Well, 2 out of 2 at the moment.
Oh, yeah, we've only had 2 seasons. Sorry, for some reason I thought Will won, but he started well and choked.
Nah, mate, come on.
Year 1. Did you beat him in the final?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
Then made one of the all-time speeches.
My God.
Well, absolutely. Where were you? You were plastered.
Oh, Geelong.
Yeah.
I wasn't plastered. I had like a
In
couple
winners'
beers.
country. There's something in that. You being in Geelong and winning.
No.
Yes.
No. I was actually in Torquay when I won. I was just staying
Same,
in Geelong.
Affiliate. Affiliate.
Yeah, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win. And they had all the opportunity to go trade with Kelsey. Yeah. So it's not like I haven't paid him. I haven't done anything unfair to get the trade. I was just sweet talker and got it done.
It was very, for those who aren't aware, we were at dinner at Tommy's
But
dinner.
I have been working on it for about 3 weeks.
Right.
So it's not like it's been like literally that conversation.
Yeah,
It was that got it done. I have been trying to get into it for about 3 or 4 weeks.
With those players?
Yeah, and more. And I've gone to him about 7 or 8 times. And some don't get a response and some do.
Tommy is not going to be happy about that.
Hey, let's go on to him.
I'm chill.
Tom could have gone to him 6-7 times, but he didn't. He didn't have the sort of tenacity.
The moral fibre,
Yeah.
as they say.
Moral fibre.
Yeah.
Oh, you reckon it's moral fibre? I just reckon he wasn't smart enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So,
Unwritten
anyway.
rule.
Hey, it's not written, so it's not a rule.
I actually think Arman put it in the chat. He wrote it.
I don't think anyone agreed to it. Hey, if we can do a poll and we can do the trade back if people want that. But that means we have a poll for every single trade. And I might just say no to them all.
I'm also thinking out loud here, but Will and I are big on from next season. I think I'm going to do it. There has to be an advantage for the high seed in the playoffs. There has to be.
I don't know what the point system... Like, we've talked about doing points. I don't know how much of an advantage.
But it's something.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
It's something. And that's where I think I'm just going to do it. I'm not even going to ask everyone because it seems brutally unfair that a team who's 8th goes into the
win.
team who's first and there's no difference.
I agree.
So I think I'm just going to do it. Will said we should do it this season, but I think it's a bit too late now.
A bit too late, yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I feel a bit weak because I'm doing quite well. I think people would take that as me just knowing.
No,
I
think next year. We'll just do it next year.
Next year, it might be like 5-10 points a day. So you get an extra 70 points for the week.
Yeah.
You can go. I think you can anywhere from 1 to 10 points a day. So if it was 5 points a day, you'd get an extra 35 points for the week. If you do 10 points, 70 points for the week.
70 is a lot. Like it's as a player that's going maybe 25. It's like almost an extra 2.5 games. It's a lot of games.
Yeah. But at the same time, if it's for first, 8th, like it's a big advantage.
But would they get that for the rest of the series or just for that first one?
It would be for each one. Yeah.
So I don't think they should get over the person that's second or maybe in the final because you've both made it. You've both won a lot of games to make it. So I kind of feel like by then it's just best team wins. But maybe in the first round you do get an advantage.
We'll find a happy medium because Will, for example, was saying, "Well, I only have to win." He's going to be 6-1 or 5-1. He only has to win 4 games from here to make the playoffs.
The only thing I'd say to that is, my first year, got a lot of wins early. I was then able to. Kevin Durant was injured that year. Traded, got Kevin Durant, and I also got Kyrie Irving too that year when he couldn't play in the COVID. And it was kind of like I was able to make a few trades because I knew that I didn't need wins, so I just made a few trades that were in my favour. I think I traded with Andy for Valanciunas for KD and someone else. I forget who else in the trade. And obviously, KD's a lot better player, but he wasn't going to be back until our final series. So like you've got that advantage, I guess. But I do understand the points would be good. Another advantage would be good.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to do it. Just because I can just envision. I don't think it's happened yet, but I can just envision. Actually, it did happen last year. Didn't Luke finish?
You got lost. You lost in the first round, didn't you, last year?
Oh yeah. You
lost in the first round.
Yeah, I lost in the first round. Yeah, that hurt.
Sorry to bring it up.
Not cut about it. Who did I lose to? Maybe Jacob. Someone smacked me in the first week.
I can't remember now.
But anyway.
No, I don't mind it. Just, happy medium, like everything. Find the balance.
Might be 7 points a day, 40 or 50 points for the week.
Yeah, I think 50 points is about fair.
An extra 2 games or extra game.
Yeah, it's almost like having an extra waiver wire ad.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, fair. 70 is maybe a touch on the high side. But yeah, 50 is, I reckon, happy to me.
We'll find it. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening.
No worries.
Thanks
for listening as well to me.
To listeners.
Oh, sorry guys. Thanks.
Thanks for your opinion.
Yeah, always happy to provide opinions, even if no one listens to them. I'll keep doing it.
Fair enough. Good work.
Thanks.
Go well in cricket this week.
Thanks. Probably get washed out, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Good luck in your endeavours this week.
Yeah, not much
From
on.
Tuesday to Friday.
Yep. Ready for the working week to be fucking finished. So that.
How do you think the first 2 minutes of netball's gone? They started 2 minutes ago.
Well, they haven't beat this team, so I'm going to say it. Not great.
They're in the bottom half bracket grand final. We'll say it very politely.
Yeah. They'll go well. They probably won't win, unfortunately.
Come home with a medal.
Yeah, I don't think they get a medal. I think it's very amateur hour.
You can't give them a medal. They're in the bottom half of the bracket.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if they do get a medal. If they win. If they don't win, hopefully not.
Yeah, true. No, you can't get it for being runner-up of the bottom half of the bracket.
I don't know.
Just whipping them
They
out.
don't even score these days, and they luckily score. Sometimes it's like, nah, you can't score. It's going to be equal and fair. Anyway, that's my own gripe in the world. Thanks for listening. Like our socials. Riley's doing a good job on the socials right now at the moment.
I found CapCut, the app, and I'm enjoying it.
He's on fire.
To get those videos.
Love it.
Yeah, go get a couple of new followers. So it's working.
Oh, getting a lot of engagement. I was looking the other day. I was like getting some hundreds. I was like, wow. Okay,
yeah, baby.
Hello.
Videos talk. You know what I mean.
Fair enough.
All right, bye.